Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex and today we're looking at my favourite Switch deals covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Now this one, it's the budget edition, 15 deals under $10, so hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals daily, and let's get started. As always, and I do have a winner to announce for a $10 eShop gift card later in the video and one more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below and the winner, they'll be announced in next week's video. Also, we are so close to 50,000 subscribers at this point, and on average 65% of those that watch these videos are not subscribed, so maybe consider it. It's completely free, I do drop daily content, and the support seriously helps us bring you more and more content here on the channel. If you are grabbing anything then from the eShop, consider using cornershop.gg for discounted eShop credit. You'll get 5% off at checkout using code CORNER, and these they're instant delivery via email. Mighty Goose then to kick us off, and Run and Gun fans, this is an incredible tribute to the genre and it matches the low price with 50% off. The story, we're fighting back against the Void King, an individual looking to take over the galaxy, so now you're on this mission to stop them once and for all. Basically you'll be travelling from planet to planet. The controls are great, there's a fun selection of weapons and upgraded chips, we get access to some destructive vehicles, and overall it just looks fantastic. Really hoping in the future to see more of this world. Rogue Legacy then, and just a quick mention, it's a new low price, 80% off. We actually spoke to it a couple of weeks back when it dropped on sale for those in the UK, EU and Australia, but now it is the US and Canada's turn, and this one, it's a fantastic roguelite. You're battling through this world, building up a kingdom as you go. If you do die, however, you'll be choosing your next in line to go for that next run. The sequel recently dropped as well, and that is also absolutely incredible. Zengeon may be a good option for those that have wrapped up Hades or simply need a break away from it. This one gives the whole roguelike idea an anime spin from that same isometric perspective, with a fun cast of characters, each with a unique weapon, and yeah, quite a unique world to explore as well. Now I did review this on the channel, so look for that in the pinned comment below, but just be aware it is quite a bit easier than Hades, so that could be a positive or a negative dependent on what you want. I also found some minor slowdown, and just occasionally it can go so over the top with the visual effects you can get a little lost on screen. Overall though, it's a new low, 50% off, and I do think that is a fair price point. WRC9, the official game then, is here with 90% off, a newer low, and it's another one I reviewed, find that below. A rally game, it's incredibly challenging, it's demanding you learn how to master these, beast machines, and also how they react to the environment. The problem with all Switch racers, the lack of analog triggers, means acceleration is all or nothing. If you can get used to it, however, you can attach it to the right stick. That just wasn't for me personally, but maybe you can figure it out. I battled with brakes instead, but yeah, again, that option is here for those that fancy it. Never Alone Arctic Collection then gets a massive 80% off, and this was a relatively recent release. I reviewed this on the channel, find that down below, but it's a puzzle platformer that has a unique spin by including videos to unlock. These act as a development diary while also detailing the culture, basically talking to elders and storytellers. It looks great then on the Switch, and my main complaint at review, the controls, they can't quite keep up with some of the endgame platforming it's demanding. There's also as well the occasional minor glitch. Still worth the time though, and it's for sure here a great price. No More Heroes 1 and 2 then are both back on sale, 50% off. I'm a big fan of these games. You can check out my full reviews in the pinned comment. These though match the low price that we've seen historically, but Travis Touchdown is just a fantastic character as you battle to ascend the assassin leaderboards. Both put a focus on mostly boss battles with the occasional level to overcome in the lead, but where they do differ, the first had an open world where you had to complete smaller jobs like coconut collecting and mowing the lawn to gain the cash to enter these battles. This was removed from the second game, and I myself, I could do without it honestly, but the jobs are initially entertaining, and yeah, both games are still absolutely worth it. Curse of the Dead Gods then is another roguelike that can be considered similar to Hades, but where it differs is you don't need to do complete runs. You will hit certain checkpoints that throw you into a more challenging next step within the temple. Where it's extremely unique, however, is as you do transition between rooms, you gradually inherit curses. The occasional one, yes, it can be good, but mostly they are bad, like bleeding out as you do progress. What I didn't like though was weapons are randomized, so it means you end up relying on luck to set yourself up for success. I'd prefer to choose my weapons myself and then work towards mastering them. It's matching the low price then, 50% off, and my full review it is in the pinned comment below. Super Crush KO then is a game that I had zero expectations for going in, and honestly it was purely based upon the visuals. The still images, they weren't working for me. In motion, however, it quickly won me over, and the pastel colour setup, definitely not something we see all of that often, and it's a fun blend then for gameplay of brawler and run and gun action. You'll be taking down robots though to save your kidnapped kitten. It's definitely satisfying. You're also attempting to save the world in the process as well. Once you've beat the game, then you can try and beat yourself and friends thanks to a ranking system and online leaderboards. It matches the low price then, 75% off. Islanders dropped then during a direct earlier in the year, and it was budget to begin with. Now it's here with a new low, 40% off. And strategy fans, if you want something minimalist and relaxing, definitely take a look here. The concept as well, simple, explore procedurally generated locations and build up cities. Start at a simple village and then develop to something much more epic in scale. This is definitely a fun one to drop in and out of occasionally, and it's definitely one I circle back to frequently. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 then is back matching the low, 80% off, and the trilogy of the originals, a bundle that is also on sale currently. These games though at their core are arena brawlers, but with a heavy focus on the narrative following along to the anime. This includes though a huge cast, and it packs in then all a DLC, which is the Road to Boruto element. This is designed more like an action RPG with free movement between encounters. Now sadly I will say with that element, the latter, it has some performance issues, just as a warning, so go ahead and watch my full review in the pinned comments. Definitely a lot going on in this one, but if you just want the fighting action, it's definitely going to be a good option. MLB The Show 22, I picked it up, can't say I've played a huge amount of it, but it pretty much does exactly what you would expect. Visually, it's kind of hit and miss. It's not bad, honestly, is probably how I would describe it. It's a new low price though for those in the UK, EU and Australia with 84% off, and that matches the low price in the US and Canada. Really not sure what else to add here. Come here to play baseball, whether that's a quick game or a full-on career. My pickup then, Danganronpa 2, as always not a recommendation, but maybe rather you'd want to join me for the ride. I actually picked up the whole collection now a little while back, but I'm yet to get around to them. This has been a really popular discount though, so I wanted to highlight it for those that may have missed it. My understanding of the games is it's essentially a big focus on visual novel, talking to those around you before investigating and identifying a suspect. In this entry, we are trapped on an island during a school trip, and it involves a murder that we must solve. A new low price then, 60% off. My Hero 1's Justice 2 Deluxe Edition then is a steal here, 86% off, the cheapest we've seen it by far, and I reviewed this on the channel. Find that down below. One of the better arena brawlers on the Nintendo Switch. The only one I actually prefer, in fact, would be Demon Slayer, and that's mainly down to connection to franchise. A great cast though, beautiful visuals, and a simple but effective control scheme. These are going to be good fun for those that want something that's pick up and play without a complex control scheme to get your head around. Again, I'll link my review down below, but also take a look at my top fighters video. That might give you some other ideas and options. This deluxe edition then, it throws in 5 additional playable characters and a couple of cosmetics as well. Our winner of the week then, Devon, who was counting down to the return of PlayStation Corner. I appreciate that, and for those that may not know, we do have PlayStation Corner and Xbox Corner, both linked down below. Very similar setups to this with deals and reviews weekly. Congrats so Devon, thank you for basically making my self-plug easy this week. Drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. Sling Ming then, to close us out, we're actually finishing off with an indie release here, and I reviewed this some 4 years back on the channel. Find that video in the pinned comment, even if it's pretty awkward for me to watch this many years later. A lot has changed since the channel formed back then. This one though is just a great little puzzle platformer that's never actually been discounted before. It's essentially the idea though of navigating this world thanks to a grapple hook system, but it throws in of course physics-based challenges as well. It is worth a look though at this price with a massive 83% off. And that's the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library, or are you holding onto that cash? Let us know in the comments down below. With that then, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, lists and deals daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.